Alright, here we go. Yeah, this thing's huge, so it's going to be kind of hard to see what I'm doing, which raises the risk factor a lot. I'm going to try and look at, like, one side. Now, the problem is I'm not going to be able to see what's on the other side very well, but... I could go first person, but I wouldn't be able to see the trailer to see if anything's wrong. We're just going to have to take this slow and steady. This trailer is absolutely huge. Oh, I forgot to check the power to weight ratio of the International Paystar. You know what? I kept wanting to do that, and I feel like if we keep going here, I'm going to forget. Just to do it. I know it's kind of silly to just stop what we're doing to do this, but I just want to make sure that the power to weight ratio, if it factors in cargo and stuff. It doesn't. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to confirm that. Alright, we're back. Ice is kind of making me slide towards the guardrail, but yeah. Be okay. Just keep our... Uh-oh. Is this thing too big to fit through here? I didn't think about that. I think we'll make it? Oh, if I can't make it, this is gonna be a problem. Please be short enough. I think it's good. Yay! That would have been a problem. Now, if I remember correctly, we got bogged down in the snow here. Yeah, that's what's happening. Just go on the lower range plus and we'll be fine. Coiled tubing. I was like, I'm taking a look at what's on the back here. I mean, okay. I'm not really sure what this is for, but I guess that's not my job, is to figure out what it is that I'm hauling. It's just to get it there, right? Thankfully, you don't have to worry about the power lines and stuff. You do have to worry about the power poles themselves. Yeah, don't ask questions. It's better if you don't. Alright, we can go into auto here. Alright, so this is one of the spots, I think, where the ice is angled. I'm going to try and take it slow. Well, the ice is angled. The road is angled and it's got ice on it. I do kind of want to take a better look at this thing, though. Here. What's the deal with this thing? So the tubes that are on that big reel don't connect to the smaller reels. And then I'm guessing you fit the tube through this big bread thing on the back. And then that pulls it through the back here? That's looks like what that does. Again, for what purpose, I don't know, but... Alright, let's get going. Oh, the sun off that ice. Very shiny. Okay, I think this part had a bit of a slope to it. So hopefully it doesn't pull me off the road too much. Because we could slide into this power pole and that would be bad. I'm going to take it kind of slow. Yeah, we're kind of dangling on the edge there. We may have passed. It's that part just as we're exiting the map that I'm most worried about. Because it's a pretty steep slope for a decent distance. But if we take it slow and I stick to the outside, we might be okay. I forget where I'm supposed to take this thing, but again, we'll worry about that once we get onto the other map. Alright, let's see if we can power through this bit. We did before without the load, but now we have a giant load, so... Go, truck, go! Alright, we're getting a little hung up here, but low range should do it. Low range plus. Yeah, okay. I guess I should point out, that's some really bad mud we just went through. Getting a little stuck on the end here, but... Low range just carrying us through. Now we can power through. Yeah, that's some pretty bad mud there, so... I mean, I know I sing the praises of this truck a lot, but it's really good. Just with that one limitation of that it doesn't handle ices all that well, and it never can. Because you can't put chains on the tires. If you could put chains on the tires, I think this thing would be unstoppable. So I'm letting myself drift off to the one side. So, in particular, what I'm doing with this camera angle is I find it very important to see what my wheels are doing. That way I know how bogged down I am, how the traction is, that kind of stuff, which is really important. So that's why I'm looking at the side of the truck. Like I am, although I'm gonna have to probably move the camera because of that cliffside to our left, the camera probably won't like. So, like, this is straight on, but I really don't see too much of what's going on. So if I'm bogged down, I wouldn't really know it, other than just the way the truck behaves. Hey, beast mode. Well, a little bit of suspension damage, but that's fine. Okay. So this is the part after this where we have that one dicey bit with the ice, so let's be careful here. Oh, that's pretty with the birds going over us, the shadow of the birds. Alright, this is the bit. So I want to go... Maybe I change the camera angle to this side. I want to stay on the bottom of the slope, perhaps. Although that might be hard to do, because there's a big rock there. Okay. Let's game plan this one. Maybe I go off the road? Because that ice is just going to carry me off to that right side. I'm a little worried going this way, we have kind of a reverse slope that way and we might tip, but I don't want to drive on this ice and just be pulled into that rock and get stuck. So let's just go on off-road where we have more grip. Alright, that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay, now where are we taking this monstrosity of a trailer? Okay. We're taking it to this area, so just go down the road here, make a right at the gas station, and we're good. Alright. Just take it slow. Alright, this bit is the bit we're going to have to take a little slow, because it's going to be a pretty steep... Just start hitting the brakes. Yeah. Because we know, from experience, this thing does not handle the icy roads all that well. Okay. I'm going to try and take this turn wide so we can get the trailer down there. Alright, nice and easy. Make it sure it's slow and easy. Let's put it in low range just so we can kind of control our descent. Alright, I ended up hitting the guardrail. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I was trying to take it wide. Nah, screw it. Did we pull it over? That might be a bad idea. Alright. Put in reverse. Just try and take it a little wider. Put in low range. Problem with this idea is just a horrible turning radius of the truck we got. How we doing on that side? It looks like we're clear. Perhaps. It's just that problem. We took the turn a little too wide. Okay, put in low range. Low range. Okay, we got hung up again. We're getting better, though. Can I just pull it through this? This is probably a terrible idea, what I'm doing. If I flip this thing, I don't know how I'm going to get back. Let's be more smart about this. Alright. Kind of tricky to get a camera angle of where I can see what I'm doing, but also... we might be clear. Yeah, I'm getting stuck in the same spot, and I really don't know how I make that turn any wider, so screw it. We'll just pull the damn thing over the guardrail. Alright, I think we're clear. Let's handbrake it so I can get the camera around. Okay, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Not even going to use the gas. Nice and slow. Alright, that's probably good. And we have clearance. Good. Yay! That would be very cruel if we didn't have a clearance there. Because backing up that steep hill would not be fun. Alright. Probably going to have to take this wide as hell. Alright, we made it. Excellent. Well, that was not much of a reward for that. I wish our guys from logistics were at least half as good as you. Thanks for the hard work. Yeah, well, you could have thanked me with, you know, moolah, but... Yeah. You have to take the turns really wide for something like that, and with a big trailer like that. The problem is just the horrible turning circle this truck has. It's very capable, but that's really it's got two weaknesses that we've... One's really obvious. It doesn't turn at a very good rate. The other one is just in this location with the icy roads, you really can't do anything about it. Otherwise, it's amazing for its specialty of hauling heavy cargo. Alright, we have another trailer to do. Let me see if I remember where that is. I think it was over here. Let's get the quest. Where was that quest? Was it drill rig disassembly? Yeah, oil rig salvage semi-trailer. Yeah, so it's over here, and we have to take it to the Northport map. So I'm gonna start tracking that. How would I do this? If I go up this way, we have this bit to worry about. Where the road is out. That might be a fuel trailer right there. So I don't think we're gonna... Could be a service trailer. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like a fuel trailer to me. So we can hit up that for fuel. I think we go down this way. And then we go this way. I think that makes more sense. There might be some obstacle here that I'm overlooking, but I'm worried about this bit because this is just a big hole in the road. You have to go around it, and it's kind of a tight turn. And I suspect this trailer is going to be also rather large. I mean, you can kind of see it on the map. So I'm just going to assume that that is what we're going to have to deal with. So off to the left here. It's amazing when you can actually see your truck. I just needed to not be cocky and pump the gas too much on these icy roads. And we'll be fine. I've never been over here, so I don't know what to expect with the size of this trailer. What does that sign say? Warehouse, alright. Okay, am I right? Oh, okay, it's a service trailer. Well, we get repaired while we're here, I guess. The only problem with the service trailer is you have to hook up to it to get repairs from it, which is kind of annoying. Probably not quite good enough, but that should do it. Repair. We only need 4 points, so it probably wasn't worth it, but we're already here, so why not? There is a fuel station on our way, so... Okay, I've hauled a trailer like this before. It's not as big as the one we just did, but it's pretty darn big. Probably longer, although I don't know that for sure. Oh, it was glitched into the ground, but the physics... Oh, I didn't get quite close enough. Not sure I'm... it gave me the leeway. I didn't really pull up to it very well. Okay, off we go. So out of this intersection, we hang a left. Again, I need to remember not to gun it too much here. Because we're going to be on icy roads. most of the way on this map. Okay, keep hanging left. Take it wide. Might take it really wide because I don't want to run into those concrete barriers. How we doing? We ran into them anyway. Well, F it. But apparently it didn't really matter. Because we just pulled the trailer right over top of them. Now what are we hung up on? Trees. Well, again, we're still moving, so... I could also send a truck over to refuel off of. Alright, I need to get a better view where I can see what I'm doing here. Alright, this bit shouldn't be too much of a problem because I really can't be going all that fast because I have to really be hitting the gas to get it up this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. That's not the right thing to grab. That's the right thing to grab. I might not be able to get up this. Yeah, this truck doesn't have enough traction on the ice. Alright. That's okay. Will the trailer roll down the hill if I let it go now? Maybe we just let ourselves go down to the bottom of the hill. We're going to need a different truck. This truck can't. It doesn't have the traction on the ice. I need to straighten out a little bit. I say that. Yeah, we get stuck here every time. Again, as much as I'd like to back up here and let the trailer out to where it's straight, every time I try that, our truck goes sideways because of the ice. We're sliding on it heavily. Hopefully I don't regret this. Oh, that's right. It's got its little feeties. Come on. You know what? I'm just gonna... That will work for me. We'll get a truck that can handle the ice better. Yeah, I can't get up here, I think, even without the trailer. Maybe with winching, but... Nah. It's going to be too difficult, I think, to get this truck out of the way, so... Bye-bye. Alright, so what truck am I going to send to do this? I actually kind of regret selling the Dairy Longhorn now. What truck do I have over here? So I have that guy, which can't do the job because it can't do any of the different saddles. Then we have the Chevy, which is too light of a truck to do this. Alright. Let me go to one of the other maps. Most of my other trucks are going to be at Northport. So we could do it with the P12. I'm going to need to recover the P12 and set it up properly. And then we're going to have to drive all the way over there. What I might do is I might come from White Valley because that might get us closer. I don't know. It might not matter. Well, either way, P12 in theory has the power to do this. But in this case, we're just going to recover. Customize. Go with the saddle high. What we need. Alright, so let me evaluate how we can do this. So I can just go up this road. We could go to White Valley, and then from White Valley we could go to the Mountain River attachment, or we could go to the Mountain River attachment. So those are our two choices if we stay on Northport. If I do that, The attachment from White Valley is much closer, and the attachment from Northport to White Valley to Mountain River is actually not that much of a distance, so it's not as inconvenient as you'd think. And then we'd be right here. If we do the other entrance, we're over here, and then we have to go up this way. I think this way makes sense because I can go here and then back down this pretty easily. So I think that's the way I'm gonna go. We'll just come from here. So we've got chains on our tires on this guy, which should give us a lot more traction to go up the ice. Comparable power on this guy. You know what? While we're here, let me just make sure that I have the best gear I can. I think I do, but you never know until you check. So engine. Best engine I can have. I have the advanced special gearbox. Stock. All chains. That's good. I do have the extended winch in case we need it. I don't have a spare wheel, but that's fine. And then we got the appropriate thing. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. P16 did a good job for us. I think we've showed that it's very, very good, but maybe not as good in the Alaskan region, especially if you're going to be keeping things on main roads. All right, let's get our all-wheel drive going. So this truck does have some advantages over the P16. It has a much better turning circle, at least I think so. It's kind of a long truck, so it still struggles with that to a certain extent. You can have the chains on your tires. It might have a better power to weight ratio, because it's not as heavy of a truck. The downside is it doesn't do as well off-road. And because of its length, I've noticed a habit where sometimes it bottoms out on steep slopes, which may happen to us with this. Hopefully it doesn't. Alright, we don't want any damage to our suspension here, so take it a little easy. This does have a bigger fuel tank, although I'm not sure that's going to matter. Fuel consumption is probably comparable, maybe slightly in favor of the P12. You know, honestly, I think the advanced special gearbox is labeled wrong, because it says that it, pretty sure it says it increases fuel consumption. I think that's actually incorrect. I think having that extra gear is helping fuel consumption, because I think the P12 used to struggle with that a little bit. And now its fuel consumption is actually quite good, for the size of truck it is. Alright, so all we have to do here is just come over this way to go from Northport to White Valley to Mountain River. Alright, let's see if we can make this turn without running into anything. Yeah, kind of a sharpish turn, but we're fine. The tricky part is just going to be backing down that road, I think. Then we'll see if this will do the job better. Hopefully it will. Alright, so this is the bit we have to back down. Just going to pull ahead a little bit. Okay. Take it slow. I just have to remember that with this style of going into reverse, you hit forward to hit the brakes, not reverse. That makes me go faster. Or not the normal brake button when you're going forward. All right, now I think we can start. I might have been able to turn around down here, but I figure might as well be safe than sorry and just reverse down. Anyway, you get to hear the pleasant beep, beep, beep noise, right? All right. Hopefully I'm straight on. That looks maybe acceptable. If the game gives me a little bit of an allowance. Yeah, there we go. All right. Stupid interface wouldn't let me hit the gas, so we just rolled down as soon as I took that. I mean, that was my fault. I should have closed the interface first. Yeah, we're getting up this much easier. And this right here is the value of chained tires. Fortunately, we killed a lot of our daylight remedying that, but we might even want to go the way we did. It depends on where I end up having to go. Because the short path to get to Northport might be just exactly the way we came. Yeah, that bit was tricky, but we made it. Maybe I took that a little too narrow. Yeah, we're going over the guardrail, but hey, it's working. Alright. Hopefully I'm not stuck on the guardrail. I kind of still am. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. And I want to take a look at the map and see where we need to go on the Northport map, so... Where are we going? Okay, we're going to the actual port. I think we go from the White Valley way, because then we don't have to worry about any of this nonsense. Although we do pass pass the fuel station. But this turn here is kind of tricky, and yeah, I don't know. We do have that wide turn to take. There is a fuel station here too. You know what? I'm just gonna go the way directly to Northport rather than go White Valley. Maybe it's the wrong call, but we'll see. Again, probably should have taken that turn wider than I did. But it's all good. It's just guardrails. It's not like the road maintenance department could pin that on you. That's good. I don't have any clue where my trailer is right now. That's okay. Let's get our headlights on. It is getting a little dark. Alright, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm gonna try and remember to get fuel. Not the end of the world, we don't, because there's gonna be another fuel station on the way. That's not good. I'm gonna run right into that pole. Try and take it wider. I'm afraid to hit the guardrail because it's going to jack up my suspension, but... or my engine. We got to take that turn as wide as we can, so I don't just slam into that pole. Alright, let's get gas. Put all-wheel drive on here because it is technically off-road. All right, back on to rear-wheel drive. Okay, be cautious of this hill. I don't have to be nearly as cautious as I did with the other truck, but still probably a good practice nonetheless. All right, let's get going. Alright. On our way. Again, take this wide. Probably could have taken it wider, but that's okay. Alright, the road to the port's not too bad. It's paved roads all the way. We might have a couple tricky turns to do, but I think we'll be alright. This definitely does turn sharper than P16 in comparison. What's going to make this tricky is all these rocks on the road. Gonna make it so I can't necessarily take the ideal line sometimes. Keep going wide because there is a turn here. Go as wide as we can. Pretty much practically rubbing up against that guardrail. Okay. Go wide the other way. We might take some suspension damage and engine damage. I'm just gonna have to live with that. We've got a durable engine, so it can take the beating. Did I go the wrong way? No, okay. Got confused there for a second. I got confused on which map entrance I came in on. For a second there, I was thinking I went on the other one because that's how we kind of went before. Alright. We can get more fuel if we want to. We don't really need it. And honestly, I'd rather not have to turn in there. So, screw it, we're fine. Okay, let's try and take this wide. Okay, go on the outside. Again, taking turns wide. Just kind of have to hammer that in so that I don't fall out of that habit. Okay, I think we go right here, but I'd rather just know. Yeah, we go right. That should be the last time I really have to check our path. Is there a reason for a mag-loading revolver? I don't know how you would do that. I guess you could have a removable cylinder, but that would just make the gun clunky and weird, honestly. Because typically with a revolver, you hit the ejector and that dumps out your rounds. That would be probably faster than just replacing it altogether. At least I would imagine. Also, I guess cylinders wouldn't be super bulky, but maybe heavy to carry in your pocket. So I would say no. No is the answer to that question. You could do it and it would work. And just not really much of a reason to do it. Also, maybe give you durability issues. If you designed it that way. Ah, so there's like a game where that is a thing or something. Ah. Yeah. I mean, people have tried funky mechanical things with the revolvers to try and change their functionality around, but they've never really caught on. Because honestly, it's usually just too complicated to justify doing, really. Like Colt had a prototype revolver that they had where it used gas, like a gas system, to eject spent rounds. And in theory it works just fine, but they ended up shelving it because, I mean, really, in testing, they realized that something like that causes as many problems as it solves. Oh, you posted pictures. Okay. I might take a peek at it. Alright, we're still going here. We have to cross the bridge. It's a pretty straightforward path. I don't know why I'm second guessing myself. I just want to be sure. Alright. We're through most of the stuff that I'm really worried about anyway. Just have to keep thinking about taking it wide, though. We should be golden. I will say, I feel like in this game I've never really had a normal semi-trailer that you typically see. I kind of get why they haven't implemented something like that, because it would be kind of like these, where it would be only specific to a quest, because the way those work, you really couldn't load cargo onto them, and that's kind of like what a lot of this game is about, is loading specific cargoes onto things. So they use a lot of flatbeds instead. Let me guess, the American flag. I forgot that was a thing. That American... Well, it might not have been the American flag. It might have been something else I ran into. Let's see if it will allow it to go out a little bit. That American flag is like... made out of steel or something. Oh, these are the kind of trucks you see on the show, like Ice Road Trucker. Honestly, I haven't seen that show in a long time. I don't remember. Alright, that'll do it. Well, this one paid a lot better. Great, efficient and timely. Can't ask for more than that. All right. I think I gotta take a little bit of a beverage break, so I'll take a look at the picture. Oh, that's funky. The Dardic I knew about, yeah. That doesn't really have a removable mag, though. So the Dardic used what were called Trounds. And Trounds had this, like, special, like, triangular-shaped plastic case. And you would feed them in, and it had an internal magazine inside. And then it had, like, a kind of three-spoke cylinder thing that would rotate the little Troundy things in there. It was an idea that they tried in the 50s, and it didn't really catch on. So it's more a collector's item nowadays. Unfortunately, the Trounds from the 50s, the rounds are much easier to get than the actual guns. The guns are really rare. And it looks like, you know, the 50s and 60s envisioning of like a ray gun almost. It's got that kind of aesthetic to it. So it kind of looks interesting. But yeah, the Trounds are much more common, but because they're from the 50s, the nylon polymer that they made it out of is brittle and it doesn't really work anymore. So people that have had tricky time getting those things to work because of the very specific type of ammo it has to use. Okay, well, let's figure out what's next. That was kind of our initial game plan. Yeah, the flag was broken, so... sorry, was frozen so solid it was unbreakable. Alright. We're on the wrong map for a lot of this, but let's see. We were focused on Mountain River. That's White Valley. That's White Valley. That's Mountain River. That's drilling spare parts 4. Where do we get those? Let's accept it. I suspect that the drilling spare parts you get from the port here, potentially. They could also come from a different spot. Alright, so we have it accepted. So it should mark... Okay, so there's nothing here. Let's switch over to the actual Mountain River. Oops. Mountain River map. Okay, so you get it from the service site, and then you can bring it over to the warehouse. I think the drilling spare parts are just... Wait, didn't I do this quest? That's a bug. That curtain-side trailer should be gone. So there was a quest... where you, I don't remember, I think you got the curtain-side trailer from over here and you brought it down over there somewhere or something. But usually when you do one of those quests, I mean, you saw with that big trailer I just did, right? It disappeared the second I got there. That curtain-side trailer shouldn't be there anymore. Because I did that quest. Well, in any case, yeah, so the drilling spare parts, I think they're only size 1. So I do have a truck right here. You pick up from here. We need a trailer to do it in one go, so I'd have to drive over here to get one. That's not too bad of a quest to do. Alright, let's see what else we got. I don't remember which ones I looked at. Okay, this one's here, so wooden planks and fuel, that's pretty straightforward. Okay. So we do have one with wooden planks, and we're already at the sawmill, and we're gonna have to go here to get a trailer anyway. So let's do this one. Okay. This one's gonna take time to do, but I figure we'll do this one while we're moving around here. So I'll go drop off the wooden planks here. We'll grab a trailer. We'll go pick up the what was it, drilling spare parts from the service site. Then we'll go drop those off. And then we'll see from there. I think we're going to this warehouse perhaps, so there's maybe things we can pick up from there. And if not there, we can go pick up the fuel, because we'll have the trailer. We need 4 fuel. That we'd be able to carry that, so that would work out. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's go jump into the Paystar because it's pretty much in position to do the job we're here to do. I'm not familiar with that other gun that you sent me a picture with, though. I'm not personally seen that one. So it looks funky. Now I think we advance to morning. It's probably getting close enough anyway. Mostly for you guys. I could do this trip in the dark, but I'd prefer you guys be able to see something. We're not getting as much of a variety of trucks, which kind of bums me out a little bit because I wanted to show off more of the trucks. I may do that. I may just deliver this and then go, you know what, we're going to jump into a different truck because I've got some cool trucks that can do this job pretty nicely. We'll still keep this truck over here for the crane, which I think we have at least one quest that we need it, so I think I want to grab that ANK truck because it's kind of cool. It's like a military truck. It's really good. It has I'd say two major downsides. One downside is it has no frame add-on options. It comes with a bed and you can't swap it out. So there is somewhat of a limit on what kind of jobs it can do. The other limitation that it has is it has a kind of small gas tank for the fuel consumption it has. So you do have a endurance problem with that truck. But otherwise, it's extremely capable. It's got a lot of power for its size, and it does really well off-road. Not sure we're going to need it, but... Alright, just go ahead and drop this off. And then I'm just going to stick this here. It might be in the way. Now, if we wanted to be efficient, I'd just stay with this truck, because it makes sense to do so, but we're not doing this be efficient right now. So we're going to do the ANK Mark 38. Okay. So this thing has all-wheel drive on all times and diff lock on at all times. And it's quite a little speedy truck. Okay. I think if I remember this map correctly, you go to the right here. There may be something I could grab on the way. Maybe some fuel. I could also grab a trailer. Yeah, you know what? First off, let's make sure we have all the customization we can. We don't have the most powerful engine we could. This would hurt the fuel consumption more, but you know what? Let's go for it. It's, you know, you only live once. I don't think we need to really change the gearbox. It seems to do okay with that. We're already good there. Tires-wise, I'm assuming we're good. I don't know if I use this thing enough to justify the winch upgrade. I'll do it. Hopefully I remember to sell it, though, because that's a lot of money to invest. I don't have a snorkel, but I don't really feel like I need one because, like, it already technically has one. And it's pretty much to the roof line, so I think we're good there. Exhaust. So that's what the stock one looks like. I'm fine with the stock one. It looks fine. Anything we could do with this? Okay, so this is one of the things that I probably couldn't get because I hadn't leveled up enough. Because I would have definitely bought that if I had it available. The stock looks pretty good. This looks like it kind of matches the style of the truck. A little bit, but I'm fine with that. Front side. Those are luxuries we don't need. All right, let's go. So we got even more powerful engine with much more fuel consumption. Just to make things more interesting. All right, let's get... I should have turned the engine off before I did this. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. So we only have a 200-liter tank, and this thing burns fuel quite aggressively. But we'll be fine. There's gas stations on the way. And I don't know if you saw the power-to-weight ratio, but with the new engine, it's got an S+ ranking, which is as high as it goes. The problem is just that the bed that it comes with is what you got, so limited in what you can do. You can haul a trailer, though, so you have a little bit of options in that regards to that. But if you could put a saddle on this thing, you could do just about anything with it. I guess if you're really worried about fuel, you could have it carry a fuel trailer behind it. Alright, so we're going to pick up fuel here. Because we're going to have a take it to that same location. And, well, we don't need a trailer now, but... why not get the fuel, huh? Alright, I do want gas while I'm here. I only need 10 liters. Oops. Messed up the reversing a little bit. Alright, go. This thing also handles off-road amazingly well. I do have to be careful I'm not going too fast. I do have chains on the tires, but... there's the limits of how fast you should be going. Let's get all that black smoke going. All right, just flying. Considering the fuel we're carrying is not particularly light. I just haven't gotten a lot of opportunities to use this truck much. So, I wanted to give it a go. While we're doing quests that we could definitely use it on. You know, I oftentimes don't read the quests. I don't even know what we're doing and why we're doing it. Maybe I'll do a little bit of quest reading here in a second. Once we drop off the fuel. All right. But yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that fuel gauge. It should be fine with a lot of what we're doing here, but considering the amount I'm gonna be driving around, It's possible we'll have problems with fuel. Alright, we'll drop off the fuel. I was originally going to go here because I wanted the trailer, but in the end, we're not going to need it. I passed my turn off. I thought I did. Oh well, we'll get the fuel now, and then we'll turn around. Alright.